What's going on to you, Aquarius? You actually have the Five of Cups, Two of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. So, um, interesting. I thought of you, Aquarius, not wanting to leave a person behind, but you had to. Um, because you and this person are not on the same speed, you know. Once again, Aquarius, for you, Aquarius, who have had to go through this, where you had to essentially walk away from someone whom you were trying to get to know, or you got to know enough to know that this isn't right for you. Once again, Aquarius, this happens all the time. You know, this happens all the time. You know, when it comes to relationships, most people do not get into relationships for the right reasons. And this, honestly speaking, is why you gotta really vet the person, or you really gotta court them. You really have to really really be squeaky clean when it comes to really getting to know someone, um, to create a relationship. You have to go hard. You have to legitimately find out as much as you possibly can about this person to make sure that you and this person are really compatible, you know. And you have to be careful in the sense of watchful, right? People will think careful means kind of put the relationship on stall. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is put the relationship and just put the relationship is on, but just be watchful. You know, have your ears open, have your eyes open, you know, have your senses finely tuned and trained and developed to when you see things like this, you get out. You know, there's times where I've seen people they about to pull it. They're testing the waters. They seeing where it is. And when I saw that, I got up on out of there because I saw, okay, this person doesn't want me to go anywhere. This person kind of have beef with me, or kind of like checking me about going certain places. And it's like, nah, pause. You're not finna do that. You're not finna do that to me. You're not. Because I don't go, look, I said this before. I said it before and I'll say it again. I'm done with like what the streets have to offer and like hanging out with dubious characters, okay? I'm done with that stuff. I'm done. Okay, I am. I'm done with that stuff. So again, I'm keeping my nose squeaky clean. I'm not trying to get into beef with anybody. I'm not trying to do any of that. What do you mean you don't like me going where it is that I'm going? Right? You don't want me to exude my own autonomy. That's not good. That's not I'm not even gonna I don't know how people agree to this, but I'm not even gonna agree to that. Like, if a person stepped to me that way, I'll just leave them alone. Like, I will kind of look at that, and I may not necessarily say anything about that, but trust and believe, I'm definitely, or trust and know, I'm definitely going to be thinking about that, and you know, give it some time, right? And so the right, and then when I come to my own conclusions myself that it's not a good thing what this person will do, I'll just ghost the person. I'll just leave them alone. Won't even say anything. Just leave them alone. You know why? Because that's another reason too why they don't want you, Aquarius, to have any kind of room sometimes, any kind of breaks. And when I say, that's not even what I'm trying to say. They don't want you, they want to be all up in your face every day. You know why? Because they don't want to give you a minute to start thinking for yourself about this relationship and really start evaluating things. They don't want you to do that, you know? And so the situation with that is that the Chariot and the Justice card right here represents how you, Aquarius, you know, again, it's this thing where you see, you know, you saw them for who they were, and that's why you, Aquarius, didn't like them. You know, the way, because you didn't know them like that. So it was cool because you didn't know them. You didn't know anything about them. So it's kind of stupid not liking a person and you don't even know anything about them at all. But now you, Aquarius, can actually see who they are because you know a little bit more about them. And so now it's this instance in which The Justice card here for you, Aquarius, also is a representation about how things are being weighed in your favor, right? You're able to gain more information about this person whom you were trying to get to know, who you decided to stop trying to get to know because you saw that you and this person wouldn't have been a good match, you know. 100%. 100%. And then you, Aquarius, also have the Scorpio energy and the Two of Cups here, right? Scorpio energy and the Two of Cups also is a representation about how, you know, powerful change, right? Two of Cups, and then you have the Ten of Cups. You have to, you, Aquarius, it has to be a good match, is what I'm saying, right? It has to be a team. It has to be a team. It has to feel like a team. It has to be a team internally where you feel that way, and also and you observe it, and also it has to be a team for real. And that's what it is that you, Aquarius, are looking for, that team work. But see, that's the thing. People, you know, don't like teamwork, though. You know, so many people want to be Indian chiefs, but they don't want to be Indians. You feel what I'm saying? They don't actually want to be like a person that follows. And a lot of the times people get so caught up with the word follow, with fellowship. People don't have any clue what that means, truth be told. Fellowship, or when you follow, can mean different things. It could be you get your understanding from another person, but following is the same figure of speech sometimes, or it could be used as a figure of speech when a person says, where they trying to explain something to you, and then they say, are you following me? You understand what I'm saying? So the following is not necessarily a, you listen to what I'm saying. It could mean you use your own observational skills, okay, and you learn and you self-teach, or you teach yourself how to do something, whether you got a model in front of you or whether you don't, and you're going in it completely, you know, blind or whatever, or you don't necessarily know, but you're learning how to do, you're learning the ropes yourself. And so a lot of the times you, Aquarius, don't feel like a team as of right now with the last person whom you are getting with. So this is non-negotiable. You, Aquarius, have to feel like a team if you're going to be kind of connected to somebody. You know, you have your friends, you have your family. That's not the thing. That's not it. That's not, as far as, when I say that's not it, I mean like that's not a problem. When it comes to relationships specifically, that's where, you know what I'm saying? And not only that too, but Aquarius is one of those zodiac signs that gets into love trouble, you know. And so now the Ace of Swords and the Four of Pentacles here for you, Aquarius, also is a representation of how, like, yeah, you're looking for opportunities and you're open as far as, you know, relationship wise and who you could get to know romantically. But the Four of Pentacles, though, is there's some questions that come with that. Are they willing to be in a relationship with you? What do they even want? Do they want the same things? Are they willing to contribute to a relationship? Like, people are overcomplicating it because they don't want to do it, is what it is. You shouldn't have to tell your significant other to respect you in order for them to actually respect you. All a person really needs to do is use their common sense and hang out with the person. And if they're using their common sense, and if they're intellectually honest enough, and they're observing the person the way that they should, a person shouldn't have to tell another person, you're going to have to respect me. Why would you be in a relationship with a person whom you don't respect? See, this is what I'm talking about. The mixed, the dysfunction. You know what I'm saying? Like, none of this stuff, like you know what I'm saying? Like, the dysfunction. None of these things make any kind of sense whatsoever. Like, why would anybody be in a relationship if they didn't respect you, Aquarius? Like, do you understand how loopy a person has to be where they'll like lay down and end up having like an offspring by a person who they don't like, supposedly? Why didn't that person just go off and go holler at the people that they do like? You know, give you Aquarius some more game. You should rather pass on with no offspring than to be with someone whom you don't like. Like all of these, like, this is why it is I keep saying that a lot of people are choosing disingenuous relationships that they know is not really going to last long, and one or both of the people are lying to themselves about it, because this ideology that a person would be in a relationship with a person would be in a relationship with you, Aquarius, and they don't respect you, that doesn't even make any sense. Why would they do anything like that? Why would they have offspring with you if they don't respect you? Like, that doesn't even make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would a person inconvenience themselves for the very same person who they say that they don't like? Making no sense whatsoever. It's like you put yourself behind the 8 ball or at a disadvantage for a person whom you don't like and you don't respect. Like, and so that's what's going on with you, Aquarius. A lot of you Aquarius are just being true to yourselves. And what's true to you right now is that you are just going to go for what you want, you know, and not be and observe a person, and the person better be right, and the connection that you have with these people, it better sit right in your gut, because if it doesn't, you're going to just get them up on out of the way and leave, specifically, or by leaving. So let's clarify the Four of Pentacles. Like, why would a person inconvenience themselves? A person will hang around a person that they in a relationship with and jealous of them. And it's like, this is such an inconvenience. Go live your life with a person whom you're at peace with when you stand next to them. Why put yourself through that? Like, do you have the Ace of Swords, Ten of Cups, Seven of Wands, Queen of Wands, and then you have the Knight of Cups. I'll hold up the cards to clarify the Four of Pentacles, right? So King of Swords, Ten of Cups, Seven of Wands. These 3 cards here is a representation of how, like, you Aquarius, right, like, it's also a sense of you're not going to do it anymore. You're not going to try to, you know, make relationships work if you're giving it a try and you've seen, like, it's been a month, you gotten to know them and you still not into them, right? You're not gonna try to work that hard. And so the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Cups here for you, Aquarius, excuse me, also is about how, it's also about you're going to let things flow organically. It's going to be what it is, right? Like, and this is what I'm trying to say, right? Everybody wants to put timetables on stuff, and it's like, stop putting timetables on things. See, all of these rules come from the fact that people don't know how to date, because show and prove, because it's stupid, because, like, if you get yourself into a situation with someone that you're getting to know, and the first night that you meet this person, right? Let's just say you've been getting to know them online, and 2 of y'all meet face to face, or y'all been talking on the phone. You may have met this person, and then you talking on the phone with this person, and then y'all chilled for a little bit, and then regardless of whether you found them online or you know them from face to face, you exchange numbers, you've been talking, and then y'all meet face to face again, or for the first time, and then y'all have romantic fun. People look at that and they think, sometimes people look at that, show you how off their game they are. They look at that and they say, oh, I can't be with this person because this person was able to be with me on the first night. Making just stupid, making things more difficult on themselves. That's not them being romantic with you on the first night is not an indication that this is a relationship per se by itself in a vacuum is not an indication that this is a relationship that's not going to work out. Isn't that what it is that you wanted? So this is the level of dysfunction that I'm talking about, right? People want this kind of outcome, but then at the same time, oh, if it comes too fast, then it's not good. But again, why run up a hill? Right? Like it's the 19 like it's the like this notion of the 1950s jump off. It's like come on, Aquarius, like you and I'm not even an Aquarius. It's like, come on, Aquarius, like we're not going back to some goofy, the 1950s was goofy. I'm not going back to the goofy 1950s to wait until marriage before I can get what? Before I can get some. That in on itself is counterproductive because the 1950s was a part of the problem. How many people were hiding that they're not a good significant other to the person? And that now in the modern day, people are revealing when they do not have good intentions for their significant other. It's better to reveal that immediately or very soon than it is to be in a relationship, meet this person's parents, shake hands. You gotta wait. How long you wait? You gotta hurry up and marry the person. Huge steps. Just so that you can get some. And so a lot of you Aquarius, you understand it's gotta be smooth. It's gotta be organic. It has to work. And when I say work, I mean like it can't be something where like this person is just dubbing you, just because of, they're dubbing you intentionally or they're just dubbing you because they're socially awkward, right? And they don't know how to make things fun socially to where the two of you, it can be a greased wheel, the two of you just flow. So you Aquarius, y'all get it. We're not going back to some goofy 1950s. That's why I keep saying I don't eat at the same dinner table with these goofballs, especially the ones on social media. A lot of these dudes, a lot of these people sitting up on these podcasts and talk about relationships as goofballs. A lot of these individuals be saying things that aren't even practical, that sound stupid. And you Aquarius don't sit at the same dinner table with them goofballs either. Good. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. We're at 29,160 subscribers. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.